What's poppin'? Good evening, lads. Give me a second. Let's get some music up and running. Yo, Gypsy. Ready? Say something.
What up, fam?
What up, fam? Alright, guys on YouTube, are you all ready? I don't know, I can see 2 people are there on YouTube with us.
Let them be, man. Don't call them on.
Are you ready? Dude,
Not this.
honestly, today, this week is just market dominance. I don't know about you, I'm going ham this week. It's gonna be another episode of Market Annihilation with Samuel Cunningham. I mean DC Trading and Company. I just had a massive ice cream. Ready to rock and roll?
Gonna get diabetes.
I'm not gonna get diabetes. I'm unbreakable.
I'll come and eat an ice cream and you can't eat sugared items, you know. I took that of you.
Let's go. Guys, we're just gonna wait for a few minutes. I was actually thinking we need to do a simulation session.
Simulation?
Yeah, like
For the trading video.
yeah, like a back testing session, right? Remember what I showed you, like going back in time, looking at how you could have executed. This week we had really good executions, dude.
Yep. This week, coming week, previous week.
This coming week, it's gonna be destruction, honestly. No
Why are
mercy.
you mourning like that for it?
Huh?
Why are you mourning for it?
I didn't mourn.
Shut up.
Oh man, we're going ham this week. Nothing's stopping me. Bum bum bum. Trust me, this week is just gonna be awesome. Let's see what the FXCM chart looks like. Nah, I think Wanda is one of the best liquidity providers out there. Their charts just feel so right. So, let's get it. Yeah, I'm actually planning to do the FTMO challenge live on YouTube, dude. Every trade, everything accounted for on YouTube. And yeah, so it's like a progress check. If I fail the challenge once, round it up and do it again. Alright, I'll tell you what. Both of us, let's go ahead.
Yes.
Alright, so yeah, last week we had an awesome week in the market. I hope you all have been slaying too. We followed our trading plan. We had to make a few minor adjustments. We had to say no to impulse entries. We noticed that a lot of our losses and L's are coming from impulse entries. So we had to take a step back, stop taking impulse entries. And yeah, in order to progress forward, that was the only way. And so yeah, so we made a new rule, no more impulse entries. And yeah, so far it's actually been pretty good. Took a lot of good trades. So this week is gonna be exciting. Yep, this week's gonna be awesome. Alright, so let's just start on the monthly time frame. as you see, we've come up to this region, right, on the monthly time frame. This is a very key region for GBP JPY, because what happened when we came up here last time, right? So this point at which there's a lot of interest in the market, so what we're noticing is every time we've come to this point, something interesting has happened, right? Something significant has happened. So right, yeah, we're seeing a lot of rejections, especially the downside, So the possibility of this rejecting this area is higher, of course, and the possibility of breaking up is also there, but not as high as the rejection, because last time clearly showing you what happened here was the rejection, right? So now going down to the weekly time frame, we're just gonna mark some of these zones. So 155 flat is gonna be my resistance, because as you all know, I love psychological numbers, right? Alright, so 155 would be my resistance. Yeah, you see it lines up with the previous levels. On the weekly, coming down to the weekly, okay, wait, let's go back to the monthly. So monthly, you see we have a small support over here to our left. That would be a minor support, so right now we're just going to mark that out. So that would possibly be, there you go, 151 flat. Looks good. Coming down to the weekly, our support is up here at, I'd say, 152 flat. That's very interesting. And if we continue coming down, we have another support down here at 650. Yep, 149, 650. So that looks interesting. We do have a resistance right over here in this region at probably 154. So we just want to mark all these key zones for our scalps, because we're seeing a lot of points of interest as of now right over here. So right now what I'm noticing is that our rejection zone is actually from somewhere around here, right? So I would say 0.800, because for GJ 0.800 is a very significant level where rejections and everything are concerned. So you see a lot of interest in 0.800 levels on GJ, okay? And so when you look at it here, when we came up here, there was supports being formed at 0.800 to push up, came back down, started creating rejections to the 0.800 level. I started pushing back down, right? So looking at it, going to the 4-hour time frame, we had this rejection at a previous like 900 level, you could say. Let me mark it for you. This 4-hour rejection came off this place. Yeah, 980 level almost. Going down to the 1-hour. 2 hours. Okay, so what we're gonna notice here is that firstly we're coming up to this 2-hour rejection zone, right? At 100, which is an important zone for GJ. So yeah, even if it's 80, it's fine. This is basically like a 4 pip zone we're expecting price to break out of. Alright, so we have this important level. As you've noticed, can you see these levels? It's come down to this level a lot of times. So that's the important part, where you're able to recognize these levels and mark it out. Find them and mark them out, of course. and then the next stop will probably be here for buys, Okay, I don't want to go into too much detail, but yeah, here's kind of like an average look at the week. 850, let's go to about 900. Okay, so right over here, it's 920. Alright, can you see this level and how important this level is? And you have your resistances also created on this level, right? So you can see how important these levels are. So if we are to break above this level right over here, which we've drawn over here, right, if we are to break above this level, we should be able to visit this level, right, 153,900, which is a very key zone. And if we are to maintain this trend, right, if we are to maintain that downward channel trend kind of sort of thing, then we're gonna basically hit this level and then reject straight back down to retest perhaps I would say these significant lows right over here. At maybe 500. Yeah, at 151, 500. So the guys who are joining us, we're just doing some pre-market analysis on GJ. We're trying to figure out what we're looking for, so on the weekly time frame and monthly time frame and everything, we have really nice bearish patterns coming back down. So when you look at this on the weekly time frame, we've broken all the lows. So by all means, we should continue down, right? Because it's consistently made lower highs and lower lows. On the daily time frame, we've even closed below this region. But since we're closing up here, we're now gonna have to figure out what is going on, right? So yeah, so it's changing. Yo, change you there?
Yo.
Oh, yo. Welcome. Alright, so y'all understood this concept, right? Coming up to this key level, look at it on the 4-hour, right? Can you see how important this key level is? Resistance, support, fake out, support.
Yep.
Break through it properly, then formed another resistance again. So if we do come up here and we are to continue in this bearish channel which we've created, then I'm pretty sure that we're going to come up to this region, reject it, and continue back down. So in this process, we could look for some rejections and probably a break of a support or a key support in order to come back down to these lows. So that would be a target of about like 200 pips literally. So if you are anticipating sells from this region, and they do play out for you, that would be fantastic. But what you want to do is, for me, what I'd want to see is price come up here, begin to reject it, test it again, probably test it twice or thrice before actually breaking out below a support. So I want it to form a resistance, a support, right, form a minor range. As soon as it breaks out of this range, I want to take those shots right back down. You feel me? Exactly what we do on the normal time frame. So that's what I want to see over here on the on these 4-hour time frames. Look at this. So this will probably explain what I'm looking for. So you see how it's come to retest this again, right? It formed like this minor support, right? It came back up and retested it, so then it created this minor range. right, from there to the top. So it created this range, and then look at what this candle did. It broke out. So that would have been my entry candle, honestly. Yep, there you go. That candle which closed down here, that would be your entry candle to continue down, because that's a bearish engulfing candle, engulfing all these previous candles. So that means whatever momentum was in this area is now changed to this massive momentum. Okay, Gypsy, you get it?
Yep.
Change, you get it?
Yeah.
Alright, basic stuff, just understanding how this works basically. So let me just yeah, so all I can say is aroma and price breaking above this resistance, come in, rejecting this other resistance, and in order to continue back down. Alright, so we could even continue back all the way down here to retest this. It all depends on your trading plan and what you see fit, so that would probably be up to you. Since we did have news today, ECB president speaks and FOMC member Quarles speaks, Quarles, whatever his name is. Okay, let's just check. So for our GBP JPY pair, okay, JPY tomorrow morning we have news at 5:20. That's fantastic because 5:30 is market open. JPY news at 11:30. That's good for the London session, boys. GBP 4:30 AM. That's interesting. That's pre-market, pre-Asian, right? The pre-markets for the Asian session. 11:30 AM we have lots of news, which is very, very good for the London session, boys. Yeah, they're gonna be capping on some real good stuff this week. London session 11:30. Every day there's news at 11:30, literally, for the London session, lads. So that's really good, So JPY only on Friday we have a lot of news, and it's all tentative. So yeah, so let's see. Bank of Japan's outlook report is going to come out, so that's going to be super important. So you just want to make sure that you're keeping your eyes peeled to see all of this stuff, right? And what could happen after reaching here also is we could bounce back. At this point, like, anything can happen, so just keep your mind open. Make sure you have your options of buys and sells. Make sure you don't confine yourself to just one probability or one style of trading. You don't want to do that to yourself. So yeah, if you all are ready to annihilate the markets with me, I am too. So then we have GBP USD going down at the monthly time frame. Monthly time frame, we have this level at 0.300, 423, I'm sorry, and another support down here at 400. Going down to the weekly. We have a 900 level, 137,900, right, on the weekly. So why am I expecting GBP USD to continue up? Can you see we formed a support, right? We formed a resistance and we formed another minor support because this candle has closed, right? This weekly candle is closed and is closed above the resistance. You get it? So anything, like, once it breaks above this, it's pretty much gone. You could say it's gone though. So yeah, so now going to the daily time frame, we have like a
Give me a minute, be right back.
yep, we have like a 700 level right over here. Yeah, so this 700 level you can see is really important for GU, right over there. This fake out, this rejection, this fake out, this rejection, this rejection. So you can see how important this level is. Going to the 400 level, 4-hour level, sorry. So looking at it, alright, so just looking at it, we have a level of resistance right over here, maybe 270. Once we break above 270, we have a clean candle going up for about 40 pips. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, yeah, that looks like a clean move up. So right now, as we go back to the 4 hour, we could come up right over here and just reject straight off. But I think what price will probably end up doing is coming up to this. Yeah, that zone of rejection. Alright, change. So you see it?
Yeah.
These rejections, you're keeping both in account, and you're saying if we do go up to this region, that's where I'm gonna start being cautious. You know, because we usually use supports and resistances as targets, right? So that's why. Alright. So as we continue, GBP USD has now closed as a really strong 4-hour bearish candle, right? So I'm really expecting for it to continue up on the daily time frame also, at least up to 700. Yeah. Alright, so as we are coming in here, what we also need to notice is okay, that's something I'll actually teach you all later. This is the thing about order blocks, so I want to teach you all about it eventually. I've tried teaching Gypsy that multiple times. We're still gonna work on that.
Now it's changed this turn.
Anyway, so looking at it, if GBP USD comes up once, actually since we've already broken above, I'm expecting it to probably come here, create a minor support, and then break right out going up here. And then once we cross, once we break above this 1.40 flat, I think we're just going to shoot for the stars up there. Alright, so you see that? So we gotta wait for it to break above this level. Of any of these areas we can reject, so you want to be really careful, guys. Especially Gypsy and Chains this week, really clean trades, okay?
Yep.
I want you all to have like solid clean trades, wait for good confirmations, candle closures, etc, you know. And so that's pretty much GBP USD, right? Getting ready, because you're noticing that we are in heavy bullish momentum, okay? Look at the weekly. Alright, We've closed above all the other weeklies. We've created, one support, major support, one minor support. We had a minor resistance which we've broken now. So daily time frame, look at how strongly bullish this daily time frame candle is, right? So looking at that, look at the Fora. We've broken above a rejection level. So you can only imagine how strong GBP is against the dollar, So GBP USD really looks good for buys. I'm personally going to be looking for buys. Of course, we keep our bias open, but my trading plan for this week would probably be GBP USD buys, GU buys. That would be really interesting actually. So then looking at gold, okay, gold is actually a very interesting character. Gold is actually something I want to backtest with y'all, probably do a simulation session. We should probably do a simulation session on gold. Trade it for some time, because if you notice, it does work a lot like the way we'd like to, right? Like look at that, support, break of support, falls. So what we want to do is do a backtesting session on gold. For those who trade gold, I love trading them on psychological levels basically, because I have noticed that gold reacts to psychological levels more than any other forex pair. So yeah, alright, so make sure as you come to the charts tomorrow morning, you first want to make sure that your bias is right. So if the daily candle opens up and starts breaking the top way, then your bias is right of bias. And if your daily candle is like struggling, creates a range and begins to break below, then you know that you're gonna go bearish, right? So just make sure that whatever you're doing, you're planning, okay? Like Monty says, either you get planned or you get banged. Alright, so plan your trades out, plan that stuff out, So wait, let me just open the USD news. Monday important news, Tuesday important news, Wednesday important news. Guys, this week is gonna be awesome for y'all. You're just gonna have a lot of fun, okay? So this week is actually gonna be a very high paying week, if I'm not mistaken, for a lot of people. So yeah, you would want to be part of this mayhem, go for it. What's a Prani and change?
Yeah.
So yeah, so like you can see, just wait for those clean candles, wait for those clean moves. Like the other day I got in over here. Okay, let me just show you. I waited for this to break. Wait, 15-minute time frame. Yeah. Alright. Waited for it. I entered right over here, okay? Literally like a solid entry, okay? I had my stops below that candle at like 15 pips, okay? I was completely fine with it. I was risking only half. And my initial goal was to come to one psychological level. Where is that? I think it's here. Yeah, 152. Grab a quick 30 pips, come to 152. Okay. So once I saw this candle close back down, breaking these lows, I freaked out and I closed the trade. Okay. So I'd already captured 10 pips in profit, but I closed the rest of the trade right over here. And that's where I said, we should probably sometimes give our trade room to run, right? So make sure not to suffocate your trade. Like, I overmanaged it and I suffocated my trade. And guess what? It ran 150 pips, if I'm not mistaken, 140 pips. So you see that? All you have to do, follow your plan. Like, my plan was set in place. If I had to follow it, it would have been a very rewarding day. Alright? So trade the plan, trade the strategy, and we can push forward from there. Alright, YouTube. All right, guys, you all have anything to say about the coming week? You ready?
Yes.
Yep. All right, so everyone's going to be there for Asian session, right? We start Asian session tomorrow morning, 4:30 a.m. IST. I don't know what that's for y'all, if any of y'all are from outside India. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Join us at the Asian session. That'll be my main session from tomorrow onwards. New York session, doubtful. I may come probably half an hour before market open, but let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes. Let's crush this freaking week. Let's get it. And I think we are ready to crush the week with just placing clean trades. Okay, follow your strategy. I can't stress more on following your strategy, because that's what actually pays the bills. Okay, follow your strategy and make sure that every time you do something stupid or you do something that makes a loss, you go back and reflect on it. Like, go back and search, what did I do wrong? Did I not wait for candle closure, or did I risk too much? Did I take my trade too early? Should I have waited for probably an open time, a volume push time? So all those things you need to keep in mind. Okay, reflect, backtest, view where you could have entered, where you could have exited, etc. But most of all, stick to your trading plan. Alright, anyway, from my side to yours, I'm done. This is a quick just pre-market analysis, looking at what the market is probably going to do for us. Other than that, we're pretty much ready for the week. Guys, don't over risk, don't overtrade, be safe, guys. It's pointless, trust me. In your trading journey, you're gonna get like a couple of shots before you're emotionally drained out, right? And so don't waste those shots on indiscipline. Alright, so I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow morning. Good night and get planned.